Here we're looking at all the parts we need to make our Bedini circuit. We have 6 wires. As you can see, they're marked. 2 diodes, a 1N001 and 007. 007 is the rectifying diode. 2 9-volt battery connectors. I'm using for this project a 1K resistor, potentiometer, neon, my handy dandy screwdriver, a tip 3055 transistor NPN, a block of wood that I'm using as the body of the circuit, and a European style audio strip connector, which you'll be using the screwdriver to clamp everything down. There'll be no soldering involved. Okay, our first step is to take our European audio strip, and you're going to cut off 4 junction points, and get a block of wood, whatever you like to use, and using double-sided sticky tape or whatever method you wish to use, place the set here and the 4 to your right or left. In my case, I went to the right. After that's done, we're going to bend our transistor, the tip 3055, so they'll go into the respective holes, and start by putting the base in this junction point, 2 from the left. And when that's done, you can put a piece of tape or mark your junction point as base, collector, and emitter. And that will be our building block for building the circuit. And at the end here, I have just put in wires. These are going to be where the coils, well, these are going to be where the coils are going to go into, and you can use crock leads to attach your Bedini here, or you could use something similar. This is a complete built circuit here, and just put alligator clips and reverse the process and just put in, bring in your wires from your rotor, like in this case here, and just clip these on to their respective wires. Now let's take your 9-volt battery connectors, taking a positive and a negative, twist them together in the center. After twisting the positive and negative of your 9-volt battery connectors, take the twisted pair and place it into this junction point, which is the second from my right. Then take the negative and place it at the end junction point, and the positive third from the right. Install the 1N007 diode going from your collector over to the positive line on this 9-volt battery. Make sure that the stripe is facing this positive line. This will be your charging battery. This will be your run. Now we're going to install the 1N001 diode. Have the stripe pointing to your base, and the other end is going to go into your emitter junction. Install your neon in the collector junction and emitter junction. This is a jumper cable that goes to the negative of the run battery, so opposite junction point right here, going right to this hole here, which is going to be your emitter. Run your start power from the collector junction point and run it down to this junction point, second from the bottom. Run your start trigger from this junction point up to that junction point, the last on the top row. Run your end power, which is here, follow my finger, to the second junction point at the top. That's where your positive and negative run and charge battery connect, right there. Install your resistor from base to this junction point, bottom second to my left. To complete the circuit, you can run wire from, which is end trigger here, to this junction point going into this side of the resistor. This will actually complete the circuit. If you choose to use a potentiometer, something similar to this one here, you can do some extra wiring, which we'll do in just a second. Okay, I just used double-sided sticky tape to put down the potentiometer. As you can see, I have the main input terminal and the two side wipers. So basically, coming off of the end trigger here, that goes into the middle input, and then on this wiper, have it go into this junction point meeting this resistor, and that should complete our circuit. We're going to test it in a moment. We now have our coil wires wired up respectively using alligator clips. I have a pack of 8 Nicad batteries, and connected to the circuit is like a windmill generator Bedini type rotor. So here we go. Not a bad spin for left-handed. And there we have it, a working circuit. Okay, here I've got connected my multimeter, which is reading about 30 volts. We know this because we have it hooked up to the charging battery, and we have it going into a capacitor which was salvaged from a disposable digital camera. And there we go, 30 volts.